Howdy doodly gamers, welcome to the Fight Caves. So in this video we're going to cover setup, how to deal with waves, and how to deal with Jad. So for your setup, it's good to have the Fight Cave spawn predictor plugin, which tells you which rotation you're going to have when you enter the Fight Caves. And you want to time your entry so that you enter on either rotation 2, 4, 5, 6, 12 or 15. This means that Jad will spawn either in the south or the southeast, and he'll get stuck on the Italy rock. For tile setup, you want to add these lines, which indicate the safe zones where you won't be attacked from the west and where you won't be attacked from the south, and the intersection between these, you won't be attacked from either side when a wave starts. And you want to start the wave in the northeasternmost corner once you get to the more difficult waves. You can also add the unstuck tiles next to the entrance, which will get them to come out from the south. And finally, you want to add these two Jad tiles, one just northwest of the skeleton and one just northwest of the tip of Italy. So let's move on to the waves. Here's a few examples of the later waves to show you how to do them. So on this wave I have a range, melee and mage coming, but because I'm hiding in the corner at the beginning, only the mage approaches. I want to wait for it to attack me, and that's my sign that I'm free to move in. So now I want to stand on the line so that I am not seen from the south or the west, and just attack the mage. I have a choice whether I want to free the ranger or the melee, and because I can't trap the melee easily on this side, I decide to take the ranger first. So again, I wait for the ranger to approach and attack me, and then I can move in. When you're attacking an enemy approaching from the west, you might need to equip your long range weapon so you don't get dragged out like this. So for this wave, again I start in the very far corner, and I wait for the enemy to stop and attack me. So now I can move in and attack it. And now I want to kill the mage next, so I'm going to run to the mage unstuck tile. And again I'm going to wait for the mage to approach all the way and stop and attack me. If you're attacking an enemy behind another enemy, always make sure to equip your long ranged weapon. I'm going to finish off this melee and run back to the corner. In this situation I've trapped the mage and the range on the sides, and I just have a melee approaching. So I can just stand and fight it head on. Now I can choose whether I want to unstick the mage or the ranger. So I run to my unstick tile for the ranger, and again I wait here until it's approached all the way towards me and attack me. Now I'm unsticking the major and letting it walk towards me so that I have an easy setup for the next wave. I don't have to run back to my corner from a long distance. Again I'm starting this wave all the way in the corner, because I can see I've got a melee and a range on me. I move to trap the melee behind the ranger, but in this situation, if you're too slow to trap the melee, you can also just put on your tank gear and DPS down the ranger while praying against the melee. And make sure to equip your long range weapon when you're attacking an enemy behind another enemy. Now this is a difficult wave because I've got a melee and a mage attacking me. It's unreasonable to try and DPS down one of them, so I'm going to put on my tank gear and put on defensive prayer, and I'm still going to wait for the mage to come all the way towards me, and then I'm going to run. So now I've trapped the melee, and I'm going to just try and damage down the ranger once it's reached all the way towards me here. Again, you want to let the ranger approach the entire way before you attack it. Now I can kill the mage. And now the melee is trapped, so we can finish him off. In this situation we've got the mage and the range coming from the center, so we're going to wait for this ranger to approach all the way. And now we can move to our safe tile and kill the ranger with our long range weapon. So I unstick the ranger and I allow it to walk all the way towards me, and when I see it attack I move in. We've reached Jad. Because we used the spawn predictor before we entered the Fight Cave, we know that Jad is going to spawn in a safe spot if we stand behind Italy, so we can drink potions and attack in our own time. Once Jad is at half health, we want to pray the last protection and then run. Always wait for an attack before you take an action, and then run all the way into the corner so that his healers trap him here. Now you can run to the yellow tile marked, put your Chin Chomper on long range, and you want to specifically attack this healer because it's adjacent to all of the other healers. And as soon as the other two healers reach, you want to throw the Chin Chomper and run to the red square. Now you want to wait for one attack from Jad, make sure to pray it correctly, and then run into the corner. Again, always pray correctly before you take an action against Jad. Pray protect from melee and kill all of the healers in your own time. And now you can attack Jad and finish him off without worrying about the healers. Congratulations on your fire cape. Thank you for watching.